My job was underwater completely. So we went to, we took the little bit of money we had saved and paid our rum and trying to look for another job. And we were down to our last day. And matter of fact, the last hour.
Like many working families, Chad and Tanika Arsenault were struggling to make a better life for their children. Having recently moved out of a relative's chaotic and overcrowded trailer, they were saving money from Chad's job in a Morgan City shipyard to put a rental deposit on an apartment of their own. Then the Morganza spillway was opened, the shipyard shut down, and their careful plan was derailed.
Since my job closed down, I felt like something was going, but there wasn't going right. Money was running out. Everything was going downhill quick.
Still couldn't get a job.
I tried to get a job and nobody was hiring while the water was going up.
Once the flood came and then he wasn't working, they had to use that saved money for the motel and for food and for other expenses like washing. And within that day they came, it was like 30 minutes. They had 30 minutes before they were being put out on the streets.
Well, I know if you're homeless and you ain't got nowhere to go and your kids are on the streets, that they'll take your kids, and that was my main concern.
Now we started walking to the park, thinking about what we was gonna do when we passed by their church.
I was telling him I don't think churches help like that, and he was like, no. And he called anyway.
I said, this one we'll watch.
Yeah. I was losing it for a minute there.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was losing my mind, to tell you the truth. Losing hope, losing everything. And I told her, I said, look, I said, don't give up. She said, how you want me to have hope whenever?
Every time we try.
Something happens.
Yeah.
I said, I said, watch this. And I made that one phone call, and I said, wow, just have some kind of hope.
Episcopal Community Services of Louisiana provides the kind of hope and help the Arsenaults needed. From its origins in the school founded by Blessed Francis Joseph Godet, a turn-of-the-century prison reformer and educator, ECS has grown into a multifaceted organization, transforming lives through its service. Today, ECS links the resources and gifts within our church to the world around us.
It has been said the church is strange or unusual in the sense that it's really the only institution whose purpose, whose reason for existence is to serve people that don't belong to it. And Episcopal Community Services provides that opportunity.
Since coming to the Diocese of Louisiana, one of the gifts that I have discovered is ECS. I know congregations are struggling with how to move beyond the walls of their parish. We could be a resource for people in helping them wrestle with those kind of issues.
Working with ECS has helped us to focus on where the need actually is, to work with ECS to talk about what those needs are, and then to search out resources and to bring them together. So we're not putting ministry on top of ministry, but pulling ministries together in a way that we can really be of service to the community at a deeper level.
Working with Episcopal Community Services has been wonderful, I think, for the community in large, besides us individually and for the church itself, because it impacts the community through us sharing the resources of the various programs that we both offer, and enables the community to do so much more.
Our church is much better, much more faithful when we are serving the needs of others, when we are giving of ourselves.
Which is at the core of our mission, to serve the poor, work for justice, and build a beloved community throughout Southeast Louisiana. Core programs create opportunities for those in need, strengthen our disaster response, and provide transformative service learning experiences.
The true impact of what Episcopal Community Services does throughout the diocese is to transform lives. We transform lives. Lives are changed for the good because of the work that Episcopal Community Services does.
My first experience with ECS was the oil spill down on the Gulf. And watching ECS go through the steps caring for the people, driving down there, listening, handing out resources for them. It occurred to me that their mission goes way beyond the simple disaster and recovery.
And the one thing I have said about this program is that they have been just top-notch in their respect for a person's humanity and keeping the a person on the road toward being autonomous.
We serve people. We don't just serve the poor, we serve people. We honor and respect the dignity of every human being.
The chance to build relationships with the people we serve has attracted thousands of volunteers from across the country, including young adults who give a year of their lives to this transformative service through the Living with Purpose Fellowship.
I've always been involved in service projects that are kind of third-party service projects where I wasn't really interacting with the person one-on-one. So it's been really nice this year to get to know my homeowners and be more at ease with meeting people where they are and serving the people I'm serving personally.
My Episcopal friends, they saved me because I had gotten to the point where I had run out of money and I didn't know which way I was going to turn, and they rescued us, my angels. They rescued me.
To be able to get into someone's heart and have them get into your heart, I think it's something that I'd love to take with me throughout the rest of my life. And you know, whether it's smaller activities at home or getting to do a lot of service trips, I definitely want to continue this kind of line of work throughout my lifetime.
Service is what pulled me here. I wanted to be able to help a community that needed help. And coming down here has further strengthened my resolve to continue to help how I can.
Volunteers and young adult fellows leave not only with a lifelong commitment to service, but also a deeper understanding of how to serve as true community partners.
The way that I've started thinking about community work over this year is when you look at a person, you have to look at the circles that surround them as far as their family, their community, their neighborhood, and that determines their chances and their odds of success or how they think about themselves to a greater extent than I ever realized.
With ECS's holistic approach, the ethos of service translates even to those who benefit from the programs. Those who receive, in turn, give.
Because of my interest and my participation here at ECS, I really have felt it's important on my part to pass what I have been able to get here to someone else.
This generosity is always present in our communities. ECS connects those willing to give with those in need. It was this very role that ECS played in the lives of Chad and Tanika Arsenault. From the moment Chad called Trinity Church, the ECS case manager began pulling together resources from all corners. Within 48 hours, the Arsenaults had a place to call home.
I made that one phone call and I said, wow, just have some kind of hope. And it was just the last second thing, and it just happened. I don't know how it happened, it just did. It was a miracle.
The day we actually, they moved into their apartment, and they were like, we home. Sorry. You know, because you see it on TV, you know, and people are not helping. And just to see that personally, and that was the most awesome part when I knew, when I left them that evening, I knew they were safe, they had somewhere to take a bath, they had somewhere to cook, and their basic needs were met that day.
I was so happy. I was walking underneath the bridge back to the motel. I was like, I was almost started crying. I was so happy.
This is it. This is all we need to be happy. We don't need all that and all this. You know, just as long as we got what we need, we all right. We happy.
They have a chance to do great things. Tanika will be working with me to get her GED. Chad was able to get back on with his company. People should support this ministry because it changes people's lives for the best. That by itself is an awesome thing to do.